Hello, welcome to the Minimalist TDC. My name's Chris, and today we're going to talk about one of the elder statesmen of the pocket knife game, the Chris Reeves Knives Sebenza. So, I kind of want to take you through what you get when you purchase one of these knives, some of the specs on it, and some of my thoughts. So, hang in there and we'll go through it. So the Chris Reeves box is a nice presentation. So it comes with a really nice thick cardboard box. You get a card that tells you everything that's on it. So in this particular case, got a S45VN drop point with natural micarta inlays. It tells you what day the knife was born. You also get like some stickers and window decals and some other things in here, which is nice. You get the disassembly guide. So this is all the parts that come with your Sebenza. So you know exactly how to put it back together if you do take it apart. You get one of the nicer cleaning cloths in the game. So this nice embroidered Chris Reeves microfiber, very plushy. You're going to get some lube, so you get the fluoridated grease as well as a little Allen wrench, and I believe that the lanyard comes attached when you get it. I took it off a while ago. Don't particularly care for lanyards and just put it in here for safekeeping. So this is the star of the show. So I'll put all this away and we'll get into it. This is the Chris Reeves Sebenza 31 Small. It does have a larger brother that's a little bit bigger, but this is the one that caught my interest, and so let's go over it. Let's get some size comparisons out of the way. So, as always, we got our crisp American $2 bill. Let's throw a Benchmade bug out up there. And how about a Civivi Elementum? As you can see, we'll go most comparable to a little bit bigger. The Elementum is going to come in pretty comparable to the size of this guy. And so what we see, it's not a huge knife. It is a good size for your EDC needs. What we got here, and if you're familiar with the 21, there's a few improvements over the 21 that the 31 makes. So one improvement is if you're looking at a 21, you'll see a hole about right here. I believe that is due to the needs of the time for manufacturer to have a hole in the body of the knife. Thankfully, that has been cleared up here. Secondly, and one of the things more important to me is the angle of the pocket clip is a little bit angled. So when you press down on this pocket clip, it's actually hitting the frame of the knife and not the lock bar. So it's hard to actually put pressure on the lock bar by holding on to the clip. There's also other smaller improvements with the way that the detent system works, but I think that the main cosmetic ones are the clip improvement and the hole in the body. And so this particular knife, it's not my favorite. I'm just to be honest with you. So it's no fault of the knife itself. It's all personal preferences. I know some people that love these things. They swear by Chris Reeves knives, and I have nothing bad to say about this knife. From the titanium to the way the micarta is done, the machining, everything is perfect. It is an excellent little knife. It will serve you very well. The heat treat on the steel is phenomenal. The detent and lockup on this thing is great. This thing is never going to close on your hand. It's easy to get in and out of your pocket. But why don't I like it? So let's bring out the size comparison knives and talk about that a little bit, because it's going to play into what I'm talking about here. And it has everything to do with the opening on this guy. So for your opening mechanism, you only have one option, and it's going to be this little thumb stud. Let me see if I can get a good view of that here. So you see how it's a little cone or a point. It's somewhat slick. It's polished to a point where it's hard to get traction on it, and so there's no way least with this particular model, I've seen people flick them, but like I can put all I want behind it and I only get about halfway out. And so I find that's actually a good way to actually cut your thumb, because the natural instinct here is to push it out, and if it doesn't click, to go for it again, and a lot of times you catch the blade with your thumb. So for my needs and wants, like yes, I am perfectly capable of rolling this out. And the fans of Chris Reeve, they call that the hydraulic action of the opening, and it does feel smooth. Like I'll give you that. It is, you catch the thumb stud, you roll it out. But for what I want in an EDC, I want easy one-handed deployment. I want to be able to open my knife and get to using it. And with the bug out, like, you have multiple ways. You can, middle finger flick it, thumb flick it, axis lock flip it. I mean, with the Elementum, it is a little bit more limited with just the flipper tab, but that's my main complaint about this guy is I don't like the opening mechanism. And that I think that's 100% personal preference. If it's your jam to pull this out of your pocket, do this roll open, do what you need to do, close it up. It's a one-handed operation knife. There's no doubt about that. It's just not my personal preference. So the reason why I'm doing this review is this thing has actually been in my knife drawer for 9-10 months at this point, almost a year. And it's about to be on its way to a new owner that will enjoy it more than I will. So I found a trade for a knife I'm actually interested in on the knife forums, and you'll get a video of that when it comes in. So this guy's on his way out, and I figured, if I'm going to have this guy for at least one more day before I ship it, that I at least put a little bit of content behind it for holding it for all this time. But yeah, Chris Reeve Sebenza. It's a fine knife. It's a good knife. It's not for me. But thank you all for like and subscribe. I appreciate you all being part of the community. Thank you so much, and have a great day.